Welcome to Amy Learns to Cook. I'm Eric, and on today's show, I'm making my homemade French fries. These things are so tasty that they'll be worthy of your best burger. Today, I'm going to use my Gander Mountain commercial French fry cutter and Amy's Breville Smart Fryer. These fries will be fresh, hot, and crispy. Now join me as I make my homemade French fries. So now we're ready to cut the potatoes into French fries. We peeled them, which is not required, but sometimes they've got spots of where they're rotten, and it just makes it a little easier to see where those are at and cut them out. If you do peel them, then by all means put them in water so that way they don't tarnish, as I'll be putting my cut potatoes into water. If you don't have a cutter like this or anything like this, then a knife will work totally fine. So let's go ahead and fire this baby up, right? Go ahead and sink the thing down. Get my hand out of the way and do that. Well, a little too much power, right? So let's go ahead and do that again. Let's go like that. This thing is too much fun, right? Because if I do it too hard, sometimes they fly, sometimes they don't. So now we're going to put some oil into this fryer here. It's clearly got a few marks. There's like a min line there, and then there's a max line for how much oil to put in. Just like the basket has a max food line of about this high. We're only going to put a couple handfuls in here, so our goal is not to overfill the basket. But for right now, I'll get him out of the way so I can put some oil. We're not going to use any like animal or saturated or crazy type fat in here because it's not recommended for the fryer. We're just going to go ahead and use some canola today. You can use peanut, veggie, whatever. Just don't use anything that's solid at room temperature. We're going to use something called a fresh twice fried method, which means that we're going to cook it once at a lower temperature, in this case 265 degrees for about 4 minutes or so, and then it'll then shift to a higher temperature, about maybe another 100 degrees higher or so, and then it'll cook it at a different time. So that way the insides get cooked first without overcooking it, and then we can get the outside nice and crispy and stuff. So that's built into this system. If you're just going to use a regular fry pan or a different fryer that doesn't have a program for that, then you just need to know what we're going to be doing is we're going to basically use 2 different temperatures, 2 different times, and we're going to take it out and wait for the second temperature to increase, and then we'll put it back in. For now, I'm just going to hit this little button on this particular one where it says fries twice fried. I hit the button for it. And then right now it's flashing where it says first fry, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the start button. And right now it's heating, and it's got a little amber, meaning it's not to the temperature. It's at 75 degrees. So to help it out, we're going to put the lid on now while it's heating, but when we're actually cooking, there's going to be condensation, and that can be risky. You're going to get water dripping back into the hot oil, and it can cause splattering. It's not recommended to use the lid when it's actually doing the frying. So now that the fryer is up to temperature, the first temperature is going to be at 265 for about 4 minutes, and then we're going to bring them out to cool a little bit on this rack over here, and then it's going to come up to 355, and we're going to cook at that for 3 minutes. This has already come up to an overshoot temperature of about 320 degrees or so. So that way, when we put the cold fries in, it'll drop down, but it'll recover better. Because we did keep the fries wet so they wouldn't change colors on us, we put towels on them while the oil's coming up to temperature because we don't want excessive water to cause splattering and stuff. So now that this is all ready to go, we're going to go ahead and put them in. So we're going to do that. And we're just going to get a couple of handfuls here. We're not going to try to, set world records for the basket just yet. So this is our inaugural batch here, and we're going to cook the lid off. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the hole there, and we're going to hit the timer button. And I need a fork or something because we have a French fry. It's not happy. There we go. All's well. Okay, so timer's counted down. So the first batch is done. So we're going to go ahead and pour them on this rack so we can get them to cool off. Since we want to run another batch, we're going to go ahead and do that at the same temperature. And then once we've done the French fries that we want to cook, then we'll raise it and do the second level. So what we noticed was when you say you have more than one basket that you want to do at a time, and so we're going to do a couple of these, I guess what they call the first fry. When you hit the timer, that kicks the heater back on. So in other words, when this is done with its first 4-minute countdown and it starts beeping at you and you take it out, it's not applying any more heat. It's waiting on you to do something, but it's not applying any more heat, meaning it's cooling down. It's not ready to take another basket. At that point, you need it up in the 300s again. So when it's beeping at you, take it out, hit the timer button so it can start heating up again, and then it'll be a little quicker for you to put in that second first fry, so to speak. If you're only doing a small handful and you're just doing it once, then that doesn't apply. Then at that point, just hit the button to start your second fry. So in this case, it's now ready, so we're going to go ahead and put in this second batch here. Now we've cooked all the French fries at the first fry temperature and time. So now we're going to go ahead and select on this menu to do the second fry. So when I just hit the button, it's just flashing first fry. I'm going to hit the knob, it's flashing second fry. I hit the button to select, it's now saying second fry, and now it's heating. So it's going to heat to 355 or higher, and then when it's ready, we'll put in our first basket for that. So the oil is up to the right temperature now, and we're just going to go ahead and get some in the basket here. Put that in there. Hit the timer. And in 3 minutes, we should have Utopia. Okay, the timer wanted to give them another 10 seconds. It looks like they're done, so I'm going to pull them right now. And we're just going to go ahead and be plating these up shortly, very shortly. In fact, I might just have to take a taste right here, right? Because I'm greedy. Without any salt or seasoned salt, these are like cooked perfectly. But let's make it official in a second. Just for official purposes, when you zap these things and they're fresh out of the fryer, about 160 degrees is ideal. Once you let them cool down to about room temperature, they're not tasty anymore, are they? So I just want to give you a hint. Amy loves these things, right? So. But I'll make it official, right? Because I'm the official taste tester today. So we've dumped a bunch of Tony Cacciatore's Creole seasoning. Any seasoned salt is great. Creole seasoning is perfect in my opinion. Southwest, fajita, anything like that is perfect. So. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are good. They're tender on the inside, they're crispy on the outside, they're perfect. There's so many times where you undercook them, overcook them, they're hard as concrete, they're raw. Not the case. This method works. If you just have a simple fry pan then do basically what we did. Cook them at a lower temperature, mid 200s, like 260, for about 4 minutes or so. Take them off, raise your temperature up to about 350, 360, and then throw them back in there for about another 3 minutes or until they look golden brown, and you'll have perfectly cooked, twice fried French fries. If you like this video, please subscribe below and leave us a comment. And we're on YouTube-Amy Learns to Cook. And also visit our website at amylearnstocook.com. And we're at Twitter and Pinterest at Amy Learns to Cook. I'm going to make my homemade French fries. Homemade French fries. I'm Eric, and on today's show, fresh cut French fries. New Breville Smart Fryer. Use the two something using the two-step. So I'm going to make my homemade. I'm hungry. I need to make some French fries, but I keep stuttering. Please help me.